You know, normally I'm full of wit and witticism at this point in the morning. Have a nice little vignette or something that we'll play. Really didn't have anything that was just popping this morning. You know what I mean? It's not a very exciting Monday.
We show you the funny.
Is that funny? You wanna laugh it up? Is it funny, guy?
That's very funny.
You mean funny or funny strange?
Well, it's a funny idea.
It's funny.
Funny.
Yeah. We'll work on funny. But good morning. Happy Monday to you. Thanks for jumping in with me. It is Iceburg in the morning. That's me. And glad to have you along. Just getting started, getting the wheels rolling on another week full of wonder and adventure and Midwest delights. I'm rocking, you got to coordinate. I got the purple catfish hat and the purple catfish jersey. Last year's Alzheimer's awareness game jersey, which I didn't have one. I didn't buy one last year. I bought one 2 years ago. It was a dark purple. This one looked pretty good. Guess what, though? It was on the clearance table for this season when I went to the pro shop, and it's an XL. And the problem is, none of my cool catfish jerseys from last year, period, none of my previous catfish clothes fit. So I didn't have any of the cool special jerseys that fit. So I picked this one up, and I picked up one of the Flag Day ones, too, the America jerseys. So hooray for that. Good morning, Bethy. Good morning, Alicia. God bless you. Fred's sleeping in this morning. Usually he's here tagging you guys, but no, not today. Alicia's like, the cock is crowing, the sun is shining, the cats are probably still asleep, but, you know, I've never understood the reference of calling a rooster a cock or why it would be crowing, since it is a rooster and not a crow. But that's the reference. The cock is crowing, right? That's some like 1800s level tongue-in-cheek shit, I think. They were like, the cock is crowing. And then he just stuck. But good morning to you. I hope you had a good weekend. We had a decent weekend. Yesterday was nice. Carrie and I went for a little hike yesterday, a little, 3.5 miles or whatever it was. It probably wasn't anywhere close to that, but it makes me sound like we did more work. But it was nice, and it was a lot of vertical work. We actually did a half-mile vertical climb and half-mile vertical down, too. It was elevation. First day of summer break, finally. Good God, Bethy. What are your kids in perpetual schooling? When do you guys start your semester? Do you guys have like a 6-week Christmas break or something insane? That's nuts. My kids have been out of school for almost a month. 3 weeks. They've been out for a hot minute. I know because I've had to go to the grocery store a lot. It is what it is, right? But hey, enjoy your summer break. Happy summer break to the kiddos as well. I hope they find adventure, excitement, and ways to make mom and dad happy by doing productive things around the house in the off season. Right? Good morning, Dennis. Dennis tuning in from over on YouTube. By the way, if you tune in on the show on YouTube, you could be sitting with Dennis in the YouTube lobby right now. But it doesn't matter because here on the Restream, as you see down here, you can see the Dennis comments. Just look for the little red YouTube icon. That's the Dennis signature, unless somebody else randomly pops on YouTube, but not yet. Hello, Fred. How is it happening, hot stuff? Thank you. I'm glad you're here. You have no breaks, just spring and Christmas, and you go back at the end of August. God dang, man. Yeah, you guys are just hammered with schooling. Of course, I say the off season. My kids aren't really off. Like Lawson had marching band camp last week, which was awesome. So glad. And it wasn't an award, but he basically kind of won a little bit of a march off, like who had the best marching structure, the positioning, the steps, roll them heels, hold that marble. My marching band kids know. Yeah, my boy got like top numbers on that. So that's good shit. It makes me happy. I was, because I'm Ronry. Oh, I'm so Ronry and all around on YouTube. Poor Dennis. He's over there with Kim Jong-un. Ronry on the YouTube side. And that's not racist because South Park said it, not me. And I don't really care because Kim Jong-un can suck a bag of dicks. His dude's dead anyway. Moving on from that tragic event. The weekend was nice, though. We had 2 catfish wins on Saturday. Double header action. And I'm going to tell this story. I told it to the coffee shop this morning because they tolerate everything I have to say. I'm pretty sure I willed that doubleheader into existence because we were playing the Du Bois County Bombers on Friday, and at their place, and Saturday they were coming here. A little flip-flop, right? Well, Friday they got rained out. Saturday morning I'm setting up for the market. I'm talking to my buddy Jefferson Fox. I'm like, hey, yeah, no, they got rained out last night. I said, I'm surprised. I hadn't heard anything last night about us doing a doubleheader to make it up, but maybe they'll make it up down in the season on one of their home games, right? Makes sense. Nope. Fucking 45 minutes later, there's the message that comes out saying we had a doubleheader. And I didn't even see the message till way later in the day, which was even more scary. It was like 10:30 or 11. And I was like, oh, shoot. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my fault. So, but it didn't matter. 2 7-inning games. We won them both. It was like 11-0 and 6-2 or something like that, I think. Just a reminder, but Facebook sucks. This end from Dennis. Facebook. Making Dennis Runry every day. It is terrifying how a series of algorithms can instinctively ban a person's personal account and another personal account and another when they try to come back. You know, it could be your IP, Dennis. If you use a VPN, maybe Facebook will not be able to tell it's you. And you could log into something again. I don't know. And I also don't know why, unless Dennis just has some dark web shit going on that he's not telling us about. But I find that hard to believe. Dennis seems like a non-dark web guy. Kind of a straight shooter. And you don't like it, you can suck it. Dennis and Clint Eastwood. By the way, today is June 9th, 6/9, on the calendar. And it is Profess Your Love Day. Go for it. Put it all on black. Go all in, baby. Roll the dice. All that shit. Maybe you'll score a natural 20. Maybe you'll crap out. Maybe you'll get that fairy tale ending. I don't know. But on the flip side, hearts are made to be broken, according to the Sapphires. You know, the singers, the band. And Oscar Wilde. Hearts are made to be broken. That's an Oscar Wilde quote. Go look it up. You don't believe me. It's national, it doesn't matter what day, what country we're in. It's Donald Duck Day. I can't do a Donald Duck voice. I've never been able to do a Donald Duck voice. I can make a mad Donald Duck, but I've never been able to articulate verbiage out of that. That's all I can do. So Donald Duck native tongue is all I can speak. I can't translate. Honestly, you didn't do anything. Yeah, I believe it. Remember that time that I had to go to Twitch for like a month straight because for whatever reason, Facebook shut me down? It was dumb. Yeah. The algorithm seems to scrutinize you once you start getting, it's a who knows it. Hey, it's Troy Moole. Good morning, sir. By the way, kids, come to the Cape Catfish game on Tuesday night. It's our first Bark in the Park night. Means you can bring your dogs to the park. Keisha said, can I bring my 180-pound Great Dane? Hell yeah, you can bring your 180-pound Great Dane. Put him in a seat. Put a catfish hat on him. Teach him to talk like Scooby-Doo. I don't care. Bring your dogs Tuesday night. And Troy, the very Troy in our comment section over here, damn it, direction. Anyway, Troy and his beautiful Aussies will be doing some disc dog tricks, courtesy of Show Me Aussies. Tuesday night at the ballpark. Bring your ass. By the way, Troy, remind me today. I'll check in with you just to refresh like my notes that I had for last year to introduce you and stuff. I need to get those things for Tuesday. No biggie. Donald Duck Day. National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day. That's pretty good. Not as good as a gooseberry pie made by my sister. No, sir. But strawberry rhubarb pie, pretty country, pretty delicious. You did just have a gym bro ask me to dinner, even after I told him I was married. Yeah. Hey, you know, that is kind of gross after the fact you told him you were married. But, you know, remember this, Bethy, and take it with a grain of salt. It is Profess Your Love Day. Now, I'm not saying that he was, down on one knee saying, please, please, please. No. But he's being tacky. Fuck that guy. But it's a compliment to you. Girl, you looking good. You working out. Getting swole. Brother be notice. All right? Jake knows. Jake's at home going, oh, I'll cut him. I'll shank him. I'll shank that boy. Yep. I got your back, Jake. I got your alibi, Jake. That's what you got. I'll be your alibi. I'll even like AI some pictures of you hanging out in my yard or something. Profess Your Love Day. National, this is the other side of the coin, National Stripper Appreciation Day. We haven't had the chance here in southeast Missouri to appreciate a stripper in quite a long time once the Pony closed across the river. East Cape Girardeau, home of debauchery and Midwest delights, they shuttered up. Couldn't do anything about it. It's all right. They weren't even paying minimum, I don't think. All right, it is Donald Duck Day. We're going to have a couple Donald Duck facts because, right? Donald Duck, Donald freaking Duck. Why today? I don't know. Do you know that Donald Duck first appeared in a Disney cartoon? The first time he appeared in a Disney cartoon was 1934. 91, gross, I just spit on myself. 89 years ago. Yeah. Whatever the math is. But, 1934 in The Wise Little Hen. That was our first time seeing Donald Duck in his little sailor uniform with his butt hanging out. Little shirt tails. Yay, strippers. Maybe he could give you a gift certificate, Bethy. That's what Fred said. Did he finish up by saying, I've got a great timeshare offer. In case you're interested, short meeting. First starring role for Donald Duck was 1937. Just 3 years later, they're like, man, he's an up-and-comer. Let's see how he reads on this one. He tried to impress in this first starring role Donna Duck. Who the fuck is Donna Duck? She was his first love interest before he met Daisy. Yeah, that's right. There was a first duck named Donna. Donna. Whoa, Donna. Yep. Donald Duck's full name, Donald Fauntleroy Duck. Donald F. Duck. Fauntleroy. It's a very fancy name, isn't it? Fauntleroy it sounds like the kind of name that you would say, Master Fauntleroy. It is time for your bath. Oh yeah, Jake's B-Day is Wednesday. And you can say, thanks, pal. I will take my husband out to dinner. You know what? Next time a dude does that, just, I don't know, like look at him cross-eyed and spit on him or something. You know, just totally throw him off. Don't spit on people. That'll get you arrested. Donald Duck, of course, made appearances in World War II propaganda films for the United States military. Donald's beating up this guy, and Donald's leading the tank wars, right? I mean, you probably have seen clips of these over the years, especially those of you who are older like me and that they actually used to still play Warner Brothers cartoons on TV. Now you can't watch them, right? It's too violent. Donald Duck in a tank blowing up some Nazis? No way, Jose. Well, gosh darn it. Did you know Donald Duck won an Academy Award for one of those propaganda films? Yeah. In Der Fuhrer's Face, that was the name of the short, Der Fuhrer's Face, he won an Academy Award for his performance. Donald Duck won a Grammy or an Academy Award. You ain't won shit. Go Donald. It's your birthday. Is it his birthday? I guess kind of. Hollywood Walk of Fame. Donald's got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We don't. Donald's more famous than us. It was awarded 21 years ago, 2004. Why did it take him that long? 70 years to finally award him his star. Oh, Donald was very busy. I think he hit on Clarabelle, too. The University of Oregon, you may know them as the Ducks, they adopted Donald as their official mascot way back in 1947. Into the war, Donald was looking for work. University of Oregon said, and he came on, jumped on board. Yep. So in case you were wondering, like, well, that's tacky. They're using Donald. No. They've been using Donald for a solid 70 years. Plus. Sometimes we pay it sideways. Yep. Hey, here's the thing that pissed me off this morning. And you know me, I'm compassionate about people and everything else. But when you're a shitty human and you're homeless, shitty human this morning sitting down here in Groundabout and, probably passed out last night on the bench in front of Groundabout. Still there after sunrise this morning. And as I go down to get my coffee, left trash, smashed one of them cheap-ass glass apple juice bottles, just smashed it. Why the fuck not? I don't live here. I don't live anywhere. Don't be a shitty human. You're not going to get any help from me if you shit where you eat, literally. So that was my shitty human moment this morning. I don't know. It irritates me. Last week we had a guy that was there for, I came in, 5:30, 5:45. He was still there at 2 p.m. on the bench all day. Nothing happens. And I get homeless situations. But this dude was not motivated to find help or to seek shelter. No, he was content to lay there pretty drunk on the bench in front of the roundabout. I'm a good human all day. I did not go tell him to leave, but it's a fucking business. Have some common sense. I don't know. That's my rant this morning, just because I like helping people. I want to help people. I find myself at an impasse many times when I pass someone like that, and I'm like, hey, I want to help them out. But then I see them walking through my neighborhood tweaking the fuck out last night. Itchy, scratchy shit going on, right? I'm not into that. I'm not helping you. You got to start with you. CPCMO, I don't know if Street Level's still doing anything after their leadership got in trouble with a bunch of stupid shit. Something needs to change, but PD's not doing any fucking thing. That dude sat on that bench for 3 days and then spent the entire day there, and no one ever came by. And typically it just they take him to the city limits, right? I don't know how you fix it. And it's not the conversation for today. Our last Donald Duck fact, which has absolutely nothing to do with any of this, is that in 1942, in Donald Gets Drafted, he mistook a green card for blue. Donald thought he was, getting off the hook. No, got drafted. That led some people to believe Donald Duck is colorblind. And for people like Davy Jackson, it's good for them to have a celebrity that they can identify with. Good for them. Holy shit. I just got the biggest spam blast from somebody who's had AIDS in my Facebook stream. Did that end up on my personal? What are you guys watching on? The Darren Bergfeld? Because I also stream this to Real Rock now, right? I got to look because this is ridiculous. How the hell did I get a paragraph long fucking spam comment? Nope. Because I'm intentionally a little short on the show today. I just kind of wanted to have some open time to hang out. Also, it's like 90 degrees in here. Is that the caffeine? Yeah, see, this is why when people are like, why don't you put more social on the rock station? Because its algorithm is screwed and it shows a bunch of garbage all the time. That's why, pretty much. So we're going to go over to Real Rock, and I'm going to delete that comment straight away. I probably can't because I'm not logged in as Real Rock. Yep, there we go. Report comment. Scam, fraud, or false information. Spam, fraud, all that shit. Faking Lisa Lizar. New Facebook account, too. Imagine that. And it's a pretty white girl. That's original. All right. Click. You think things are going to get pretty wild this week, Bethy? It's possible. Good morning, John. It came through on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube will repost the Facebook comments, which I thought was interesting. But not vice versa, because, Facebook, like the Apple of social media. It's annoying. Okay, it's time for the TIQ. Let's copy this bad boy. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, the TIQ, going in the comments. Pyong. Probably not showing up in the Facebook comments, but you guys can read it there, and the rest of you can read it on the scroll. It's kind of a dumb one. About 25% of dads, as Father's Day is just around the corner, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. 25% of dads like this pizza combo. Okay? I ordered pizza. Here's what this combo is. Okay, cool. I'm in. About 25%. Not a majority. We guess away. All right. Jenny, it's Jenny's birthday today. We got to get into these birthdays. Let's get this crazy kid up here. Hey, happy birthday to Donald Duck. Quack, quack. You know, Donald didn't make too many appearances on DuckTales, but his crazy nephews, boy, oh boy. Huey, Louie, and Dewey. You ever known anybody else named Huey, Louie, or Dewey? I know some Louies. Ham and pineapple, pepperoni and bacon, sausage and pineapple. Not it. Now, here's the thing that's going to be really hard for me to do is to say, oh, well, you're halfway there because you got one of the toppings. Nope, none of that. I'm not giving you guys, because then we'll be done too fast. You got to nail it. It's 2 toppings on one pizza. What is it? We've had sausage and pineapple, ham and pineapple, pepperoni and bacon, ham and pineapple. Always solid guesses. Solid guesses. Pepperoni and bacon, man, that's a winner for me. I like that. Dennis. I'm not a smart man, Jenny, but I know where to hide the body. Sausage and mushrooms. That's another good one. I've never been a big sausage guy on pizza. Like, it depends. Like, Polly-Eyes, different level of sausage. But like most of the pizzas, generic sausage, not my thing. But it is time for birthdays. And we got some good ones this morning. Pineapple and sardines. Dennis, do you really have sardines on your pizza? You may be one of the only people I know on this planet that actually eats sardines on pizza. And I'm not an anti-sardine guy in a can, but I'm not big on pizza. I don't eat minnows. That's for fishing, not for eating. Sausage and mushrooms. Sausage and jalapeno. Nope. Pepperoni mushrooms, another favorite right there, man. I love mushrooms on my pizza. Not going to lie. I'm a big fan of buffalo chicken pizza, too, if you make it right. Kids like mac and cheese pizza. You guys ever had mac and cheese pizza? CC's makes mac and cheese pizza, and they like it. It's garbage pizza, but they like it. They just simple. Noodles, fucking mac and cheese sauce. Ta-da! And we baked it. Now it's a pizza. Pepperoni and bacon is your go-to at Pags. I think I like the Polly-Eyes special. I think that's the one I like. Sausage black olive. No, good guesses. Jenny Bracketsick, it's her birthday today, and I like to call her Deb's Jenny because she was the Jenny I always have had associated with Deb because they were so close and so tight and part of that old hag sisterhood that we love so much. So happy birthday, Jenny. I hope it is a good birthday. I hope you are celebrated. I hope you get a pat on the butt and something expensive. Does extra cheese count as a topping? I mean, sure, if you want to guess it. Pepperoni and a sausage and black olive. I like a black olive on my pizza. Not many people like olives. I like green olives on a pizza. You get like one of those combos that's got all the shits and the green olives. You got to have green olives. Bacon and pickle. Let's go, Bethy. Team Cheeseburger Pizza. So happy birthday to Jenny. Happy birthday to Robin King. Robin Reisenbeckler King. Robin and I went to freaking grade school together. I remember at St. Paul, I got mad at Robin because, I don't know, something on the playground behind St. Paul, kids being kids. You know, I think we were playing kickball and she butted in line or something. I don't know, something stupid. I was a sensitive kid. But anyway, I remember Robin had this like 3/4 length puffy purple coat. That's really all I remember about Robin in grade school off the top of my head was Robin's pink puffy coat, purple puffy coat. But I wear purple today in honor of Robin's old coat. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Robin. Robin's a wonderful woman and mother and wife to Jamie. Jamie and I went to grade school too, which is cool. And Jamie King. So happy birthday, Robin. There's always pizza with just sauce. Yeah, but that's like, I don't know. You got to have something on it. You can't just have sauce and cheese. Like that's the toddler pizza. That's toddler pizza. You got to throw something in there. Crickets. I don't care what it is. Taking your guesses on the TIQ. Today's winner gets a high five and we'll throw you off the yacht. You can skip taxes. Heidi Windler Schmitz. Happy birthday, Heidi. Heidi was part of our early days crew, the open mic night, and the Find Me Alpha Boys and so forth down there. And Heidi, a lovely blonde lady who's married with children. And we're so proud of you. Happy birthday, Heidi. We do not speak of shits and toppings in the same sentence. That's fair. Sorry. Callie Callie's not here yet. Callie pops in from time to time. Callie's one of my oldest and goldest. And God, we've been pals for a long time. Been some roller coasters that we have ridden together. Telling you. She's one of my people I can talk to about anything. And those are rare. Those are rare. Marcellus was my psychologist, right? As I am to some, he was to me. As is Callie. She's one of those folks that I can bounce anything in the world off of. Zero filter, nothing. Doesn't matter. That's my girl. And I think her husband Sean just celebrated his birthday like over the weekend. They're like birthday buddies. How cool is that when you're married and your birthdays are close together? You can like plan birthday trips and shit. Happy birthday, Callie. You're 36 today. Sauce, cheese, and garlic parm. No, that's not it. That's an interesting combo. Guess away. It's a combo. I will say that it is a 2-topping combo. You could say meat lovers. That's not going to be it. There's 2 toppings involved in your guess, okay? So happy birthday to Callie. Big virtual birthday hug. Happy birthday to Katie Stricker, who moved away from Cape, and she and her hubs found adventure in the beyond. Happy birthday, Katie Stricker. Hope it's a good one. And happy birthday to my beautiful Aunt Barbara Gilbo Towler. Barb Towler, pianist, music teacher extraordinaire, inspirer of generations, and just a cool lady. Happy birthday, Aunt Barb. Give Uncle Bill a big hug for me. I hope that he treats you like a queen today. I hope he's up right now cooking you breakfast. And he's like, tss, tss. Unbeknownst to me talking about him cooking you breakfast. How cool would that be? Happy birthday, Aunt Barb. We love you. And that's your birthdays on the normal people side. Celebrity birthdays, I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. I don't even know. I'm just going to copy and paste it. It's this guy's birthday. Jolo Maraduena. I don't know how you to start with an X. Like Mexico. Jolo Maraduena. Okay, anyways, Miguel Diaz, if you watch Cobra Kai, which I don't. Black olives and anchovies. You know what I've been digging lately, and we've had it at every Catfish game and will continue through the season, but man, those wood-fired pizzas. Encore Pizzeria up in the Catfish games, cooking those little wood fires. And there's a wood fire, man, you get that bit of char on it, and it's just all, and they're hot honey and the pepperoni and it's so good. You want to smack your mama. Good stuff. Happy birthday to Cholo Maraduena. He's 24 today. I know it's not Cholo, but that's what I'm saying. Go draw your eyebrows on. Natalie Portman is 44 today. Happy birthday, Natalie Portman. Happy birthday to Johnny Depp. 62. Still a fucking dime. Johnny Depp. Sure is. Encore is very good. And we're happy they've opened up their brick and mortar again now. Post early season tornadic damage, storm damage. Encore Pizza back in the house. Man, this hat's, I got to take it up a notch. The scalp fat is a 4-dot wear now, not a 3. Oh, look at that. Effective, staying on better, better fit. Sausage and green pepper, sausage and mushroom. God, you guys have been close a lot. Not yet. I know, I want pizza too. Not going to lie. It is Michael J. Fox's birthday. He is 64 today. Michael J. Fox, thank you for all of the wonderful, wonderful moments that you gave us with your acting career. We salute you. We appreciate you for all the hard work you've done to bring awareness to the element of Parkinson's and research and everything that you've been helping out with there. Thank you. He came to SEMO, I don't know, 7-8 years ago maybe? Got to go see Michael J. Fox. It may have been longer than that, to be honest. It's been a hot minute. But it was a good speech. Thank you. All right. And Dick Vitale. Yeah, baby. He's 86 today. Dickie V still has the energy of a 50-year-old. Legend in sports broadcasting, right? Not because he's got some sultry velvet voice. It's his enthusiasm. Dickie V's enthusiasm has sold for generations. We love it. It's good stuff. Dickie V. Hey, It's Dickie V, baby. Buy a Subway sandwich. I don't remember what he used to, like, sponsored some stuff over the years. I'm sure Dickie V made some decent money. Hey, happy Monday. It is June 9th. It is Donald Duck Day. And we've got the TIQ living right now. Oh, we're going to do a Smarter Than a Fifth Grader in a little bit. I got one of those on the list. Oh, a little Seven Dust in the background. I don't care about getting zooked anymore since Facebook wants to delete all my shit. So, Seven Dust background music for today in history. Is that The Thinker? No, that is not The Thinker. But guess away. Your guesses will result in a vigorous ringing of this St. Jude Children's Hospital cowbell. And I'll show you a gratuitous picture of cats. If I can find one. Oh, I will show you guys this. Dad, damn it. Go back. I got to go to the actual picture. My dad texted me yesterday. We had a new baby born out at the farm. Aw, new baby cow. Yeah, and I didn't think to put it in the show, but that's all right. You guys can see it once we get to the... There you go. God damn it. I am terrible at perspective. But look at that little baby. And there's Mama. She's like, get away from my baby. I'm going to stomp your ass. She just cleaned him up. Baby's up, rocking and rolling. My friend Doug, who also raises beef cattle, had another set of twins. This dude has had 9 sets of twins born to his cattle this season. That's a lot. Twins are relative rarity. I don't know if you got his genetics from Chernobyl or what, but twins are hard. They're hard on the moms. They're hard. Sometimes they come out with some issues, right? So it makes it a little tough. But yeah, new baby calf. Love it. Guitar players rejoice, for without today's birthday mention, there would be no electric guitar, or at least not the way we know it. Because back on this date, 110 years ago, Les Paul was born. Waukesha, Wisconsin, Mother Paul popped him right out. Les Paul came out like this. That's what the baby sang like. Sausage and cheese. No. Good guess, John. Les Paul invented the electric guitar, by the way. And in 2005 was inducted into the Inventor Hall of Fame. He was the first guy to figure out how to build pickups, right? And put them into a guitar and produce sound through an amplifier. So thank you, Les Paul. Sincerely, life would suck without electric guitar. I mean, it could be okay, but not necessarily, Fred. But a lot of times there's some reproductive issues there are a chance, but not always. Not always. I have to check actually the last time we had twins, because it's been a hot minute since we've had some. I know we had, I want to say, some winter twins that we lost one of them early, I think, like right after birth. I don't remember. It's been a long time. And it's always sad when you lose calves. It is. 1973, I was not even a fetus yet, and Secretariat won the Triple Crown. First time in 25 years by winning the Belmont Stakes. Secretariat in 1973. The first Triple Crown winner in 25 years. Who won before that? I don't know. I don't know racehorse stuff. Your brother lives off Les Paul Parkway. They have guitars lining the 6-lane divided highway. That's cool. That's awesome. 1977 on this date. My sister was a month and a half, 2 months old. And George and Patty Harrison officially divorced. And I mention this because I got to do an interview with Patty's little sister, Jenny Boyd. Patty Boyd was in with the Beatles early, and she kind of hopped around the Beatles as far as relationships go. But her little sister, Jenny, was kind of along for the ride on all this stuff, too, and just traveling with them and doing that whole thing. And so Jenny Boyd wrote a book, and we had an interview, I don't know, 3-4 years ago. and I loved the interview. And it was so nice to talk to Jenny with her British accent. And but anyway, you can find that somewhere out in my archives. But Jenny just celebrated a birthday, I think, or something. I just saw on social. Anyway, there you go. 1984, number one song in the land, and covered by many an acoustic troubadour since, Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. It's a good song. But lots of covers, right? My buddy Justin Ross does a great cover of Time After Time. Time after time. Bling, 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 bling. 1990. Wilson Phillips comes through with potentially one of the greatest road trip songs ever. Number one in 1990. Hold on for one more day. Wilson Phillips, Hold On. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Sold it. Done. 1994, the world learned you don't mess with TLC. Lisa Left Eye Lopez had a throwdown with a boyfriend. Oh, that son of a bitch. So what'd she do? She set fire to his house. Should I say his $2 million mansion, and burned that bitch to the ground. She burned his house to the ground. Don't F with Left Eye. She was charged with arson, by the way, and fined $10,000. Got 5 years probation because the judge was like, I see where you're coming from, but you can't burn down the man's house. She did anyway. Good for her. And in 2007, we got a number one hit from Rihanna and Jay-Z, Umbrella. I love that song. You know why I love that song? Because Tom Holland's performance on whatever it was, Nick Cannon putting on the hits or some bullshit. But anyway, Tom did this performance of Rihanna, Umbrella, 100% the best thing he's ever done. No, Spider-Man was cool. No. It wasn't as cool as that. Not as cool as Umbrella, Ella. And they threw the whole thing out, man. It was unbelievable. If you've not seen that video, and I'm sure most of you have, Lisa Left Eye Lopez is dead now. She did. She passed away quite a while ago, 10 years ago, something like that. I don't remember what the circumstances was. I wanted to say car wreck, but I think that's right. Like she was in the Caribbean or somewhere down there, got in a car wreck. I think that was it. I may be thinking of something else. 2019, former Boston Red Sox slugger David Ortiz, Big Papi. He was shot in an ambush at a bar in the Dominican Republic. Ay, Dios mío. Papi. And he's okay. Mushroom and green pepper. No. Good guess. I like green peppers. I like red and orange peppers better than green. I don't do a lot of green pepper. But I don't do any of them on a pizza. I'm not a fan of green pepper on a pizza. It's never cut right. You end up getting too much green pepper in a bite. It's 8:08 a.m. Holy shite. Let's get rocking. We're Stone. Stone Richards. Ahoy. There's the thinker. That's the man, the myth, the legend. Guess away on the TLQs. I'm going to say, because so many of you have guessed sausage and something, you've gotten halfway there. I'll give you that now since we're over halfway through the show. It's sausage and something. You've guessed a lot of something else's, but that's half of the combo. Pepperoni's not involved. What else have you guessed was sausage? Cheese? No. Mushroom? No. Green pepper? No. Sausage and black olive? No. Sausage and mushroom? No. Jalapeno? No. So, pardon my sniffles. 'Tis allergy season for me. In your brekkie bits, we'll get to those in a second. First, Stone Richards says we're going to get a few days of decent, drier weather. By drier, we mean no precipitation, not that the air will be dry, because we're in southeast Missouri. Swamp nuts. That's what we get all week long. But today, rain tapering off, getting out of town this morning. Really, it's kind of done by now. Sun going to be coming out, high today of 82. Pretty decent day. Pretty calm winds. Tonight, mostly clear, low around 58. Ooh, maybe the fire pit's a good idea tonight. Tomorrow, rinse and repeat. Sunshine, high of 82. Wednesday, warmer, 87. Sunshine. It's going to be sticky, too, so you know the humidity is going to crank that heat index up. It's all right. It's okay. It's friggin' summer, so love it. Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 88. Thursday night into Friday is our first next chance of showers with thunderstorms. Friday's high around 87 as well. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely, mostly cloudy, 85. Sunday, showers and thunderstorms likely, mostly cloudy, high of 85. So again, decent weather week, shitty weather weekend. Ba-dum-bum, June. Which is really going to suck on Saturday because we have Freedom Fest on Saturday, and it's an outdoor event. You can't, weather is just not, bad weather is not your friend for outdoor events. So fingers crossed that things cooperate there. But Stone, thank you. You got to guess Troy got it. Okay, I'll say you have to say them both. You can't just say onion, Dennis. You have to say sausage and onion. But it doesn't matter because Troy beat you by literally 2 seconds. One thing Restream does, and you guys can't see it in the comment section, but each comment is time-stamped, which is cool for these things. So I can see sausage and green pepper, 807.50. Troy Moole, sausage and onion, 809.21. Dennis, onion, 809.23. 2 seconds. Honorable mentions to all. Honorable mentions to all. John was only 3 seconds behind that. That's the TIQ. Sausage and onion. Not one I would have put together, but 75% of people don't ask for that. So it's understandable. That's why it's a TIQ. Oh, Stone. I didn't realize you were still here. You may go now. Let's go. Brekkie Bits. All right, we're done with that damn thing. I gave you sausage, John. It's a little early, but Daddy, would you like some sausage? Who knows that reference? Procter & Gamble, and this may affect some of us locally, I don't know, is cutting 15% of its non-manufacturing workforce. Majority of our Procter & Gamble workforce here in the Heartland is manufacturing, since that's what's going on. 15% of its non-manufacturing workforce are roughly 7,000 jobs as part of a broader 2-year restructuring program. It sounds to me like they're trimming some fat. That's my take. I guess we'll see down the road. Sausage and pepper sub? No. I've had a meatball sub. Now you get into some Philly steak territory now. All right. Jared Leto, however you pronounce his name. You know, the I want to destroy something beautiful blonde guy. Jared Leto. He has been accused of sexual misconduct by multiple women, including some who say they were underage. Leto is denying the allegations. We'll see what comes out there, Bill Cos. Nick Jonas. God, you got to love a Jonas. He played Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Frankie Valli in a filmed version of the musical Jersey Boys. Missed that one. It wasn't on my radar, and it wasn't in the Spy the Lie on a Friday. So anyway, this is hard for me to fathom. Nick Jonas is going to be playing Gene Simmons. He's playing Paul Stanley, not Gene Simmons. That's why it's hard to figure out. Can't see a Jonas as a Stanley. Anyway, he is going to play Paul Stanley of Kiss in the movie Shout It Out Loud, which is going to start filming later this year. They're doing a Kiss musical biopic. It tends to be the trend, right? Since Queens did well. You're welcome, Chad. Slow and steady. That's how I bring it. Kiss. I'm not a Kiss fan. Never really have been. But, I respect the marketing ability. I don't like the music. This is not my thing. I mean, it's iconic, right? Everybody loves the God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I Want to Rock All Night. That disco Kiss stuff can suck it. But it's rock and roll. Gene Simmons, man, I can't take him. I can't take him and his ego and his marketing, and it's just, hard pass for me. Even when he was, a bad guy in that one movie with Tom Selleck and the robot spiders. You know what I'm talking about? Nope. Hitting the menus tomorrow at McDonald's, the new Hershey S'more McFlurry. Get chubby this summer with the Hershey's S'more McFlurry. Lil Wayne dropped a new album on Friday, by the way. It includes a song where you'll hear Bono from U2 on the chorus. It's called These Are the Days. These are the days. I don't know the words, but it's not that song. But U2 is singing on a Lil Wayne song. millionaire. David Beckham is going to become Sir David Beckham this week. He's being knighted by King Charles III. It's his birthday party. King Charles III, they're having a birthday party, and they're knighting David Beckham. They're going to bend it like Beckham. Drew, that's pretty much it. Yeah. And again, it's marketing. Now, everybody saw Kiss, what they did, and replicated it as best they could. Not all bands, but a lot of bands followed that successful route, man. How many kids in 1978 had a fucking Kiss lunchbox going to school, or dressed up like Kiss for Halloween, or their parents became part of Kiss Army and all that whole thing? Well played. Well done. They knew what they had to do to succeed, because the music itself was not unique enough to own the world, right? This is not Bill and Ted we're talking about here. It's Kiss. 2 Belgian men claim they got to watch the last week's Champions League final for free. How'd they do it? They snuck into the stadium the day before the match, spent 27 hours in bathroom stalls, and then came out when the stadium had opened and the game was going on. Watched Paris Saint-Germain's 5-0 win over Inter Milan. So there you go. Hey, if you're dedicated, you'll find a way. Could just bought a ticket and gone clean. But anyway, and our last but not least, Brekkie Bits, in 1930, there were 67 Greyhound racetracks across the United States, all of them illegal. Today, there are only 2 legal Greyhound racetracks left operating in the U.S., both in West Virginia. And that shit needs to be shut down and stopped. Shout out to Carla Jordan, who's got some grays. They had her beautiful retired pups. They love to run. Dogs love to run. Greyhounds love to run. They don't need to run on a track and be kenneled and all the bullshit that goes along with it. I hate dog racing. And personally, I'm not a fan of horse racing for the same purpose. I get it. The breed likes to run. Blah, 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 blah. It's garbage. Frankly, I've never been a fan of racing. This is going to sound like a Darren's Negative Monday moment. It is. It's Darren's Negative Monday moment. I think watching a race, car, horse, dog, children, I don't like watching a race. I don't know. It's just never been a thing for me. Ooh, it's exciting. No, they'll come back. I don't know. It's just not for me. I just don't like watching racing. You guys that like watching racing, I want to know what it is about you that you dig the racing. Now, I can say that I've never been to any of these racing events live. The closest thing I've ever come to is probably a track meet. If it's the atmosphere, I can dig that. I can understand that. But being intrinsically attracted to watching this go from there to there and who got there first, never been a thing for me. I don't know. I will tell you this. It's time to test your mental mettle. Smarter than a 5th grader time. Uh-huh. Are you ready? Childhood Anna is here. That's not Childhood Anna. That's stock photo Anna. We're going to hit it. The following questions, taken from a standard 5th grade curriculum, summer school curriculum in the United States. Some teacher said, here you go. Here's 5 questions I'd ask my kids. 1 and a 2. These are pretty easy, I think. I don't know. I haven't read them yet. We're starting with number 1, though. And by the way, if you don't get 4 out of 5 today, you all, for the next show on Wednesday, you all have to go to YouTube instead of Facebook so that Dennis doesn't feel lonely. I know, Dennis, and that's the thing. Look at the money that's been made. That's an insane amount. I absolutely am just one side of a coin of people that, there's people that absolutely dig it, love it, go to it, do the thing for it, are hardcore into it. I'm into shit that people probably think I'm stupid for watching or listening to or whatever. So, to each his own, right? Just not for me. And I'm not a fan of forced animal racing. I think that's some bullshit. You take that little jockey, get him a job doing something else that little people can do, and let the horse go. Give him some oats, bitch. The following questions. Question number 1. Let us begin. Guess away in the comments, please. What is a smaller branch of water that leads to a river called? What is the name for a smaller branch of water that leads to a river? Is it A, tributary, B, delta, or C, pond? What is a smaller branch of water that leads to a river? Tributary, delta, or pond? I can't really, the comments don't flow very fast. Hey, that's working out well. Whoa. Carrie's doctor appointment alarm's going off on me. Hey, you're correct. A tributary. Is that a creek? No, this is just a tributary. You gotta believe me. Look at that little water flowing down to the river. This is just a tributary. And she's buying a stairway to heaven. By the way, if you didn't know that, if you listen to Tribute by Tenacious D at the very end, they hit that suspended chord. And if you go, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. And Kyle picks the last bit of guitar there. That's the whole point. It's a little tribute to Stairway to Heaven at the very end. Congratulations. 1 for 1. Question number 2. Where is Stonehenge located? Not Kellison's Yard. It is either A, Egypt, B, France, or C, Great Britain. Where is Stonehenge located? A, Egypt, B, France, or C, Great Britain. Guess away. A long time ago, me and my brother Druid were walking down a long and lonesome road when some stones shined in the distance. You are correct. Great Britain is the home. This is not the greatest creek in the world, no. This is just a tributary. Couldn't remember the greatest creek in the world, no. This is a tributary. Which of the following, question number 3. Which of the following words means a connection or association? A, genealogy. B, relationship. C, heritage. Which of the following means a connection or association? A, genealogy. B, relationship. Or C, heritage. And you gotta believe me, and I wish you were there, just waiting in the cricket. Good God. SEMO. Support live music. Go to Scout Hall. By the way, Thursday night, Singo. You should come. Which of the following words means a connection or association? Genealogy, relationship, or heritage? The correct answer is B, relationship. Yeah, a connection or association. That's it. You have a friend who lives in Salisbury. Does he like the steak? You knew it was coming. Question number 4. If you miss that one, it's okay. You can miss one. This one's an easy one. What protects your heart and lungs? Is it A, cellulite and muscle, B, epidermis, or C, ribs? What protects your heart and lungs? Is it your cellulite and muscle, epidermis, or ribs? Girl, you look so good, I want to pour barbecue sauce all over you and work you like a rib. That quote comes from an In Living Color episode where they parodied Arsenio Hall. Is Tenacious D still a band? You know, I think so. I mean, Kyle's not in the band. But now they're back together again. You're correct. It is ribs. Letter C. Choice number C. In our final question today, what type of government does Germany have? Oh? Is it A, democracy, B, federal republic, or C, absolute monarchy? What type of government does Germany have? A, democracy, B, federal republic, or C, absolute monarchy? Ooh, Darren, it's a challenge question. Well, it's a Monday. You should be challenged. It's 8:24. You should already have your pants on. Bet these already worked out and been hit on. What the hell's wrong with you guys? Troy says A. Drew says B. There's Callie. Happy Monday and happy birthday. Oh, I gave you all the laud and honor this morning as we began our birthday segment. You can rewind later. If Kyle's not on, it's not really Tenacious D. No, I don't know actively that they're playing as Tenacious D, but they'll never not be Tenacious D. Just like we'll never not be the Tone Deaf All-Stars, even if we're not playing together. What type of government does Germany have? It is B, a federal republic. That's a tough one. I don't know where I would have landed on that. I probably have blown it and said democracy. So it is. Last week, Kyle quit the band. And now we're back together again. Oh, misunderstanding. Shouldn't understand. It doesn't matter. Now we're back together again. La 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 la. We're going to talk about national monuments. Specifically, national monuments, U.S. landmarks that were created by volcanoes. Yeah, we got a handful. Look at this beaut. Old Faithful. That's number 1 on our list, and you're welcome, Callie. And tell Sean a happy belated birthday as well. I didn't realize you guys were birthday buddies, but I saw your post the other day about his birthday. I hope you treated each other to something divine for your birthday. Whether it's like angel food cake with a little strawberry sauce and some whipped cream. Oh, or just maybe the strawberry sauce and whipped cream. All right. Number 1 on the list, the Yellowstone caldera in Wyoming and Montana and Idaho, because that shit's big. Beneath the scenic Yellowstone National Park lies one of the world's largest supervolcanoes. It has not erupted, by the way, in 640,000 years. It's been a minute. But its ancient explosions formed the park's caldera, and summarily still fuels geysers like Old Faithful. And many of the other geysers, all the other geysers there at Yellowstone. But that's a big beast. He may be a bit hungover. Just a wee bit. That's all right. Chicks dig scars and glory lasts forever. Headaches are temporary. I'm going to fish you softly. Oh, my God. Fish Her Gently was one of my favorite ones to sing. Man, open mic night days, we had some fun singing some Tenacious D tunes in that back in the day. Just acoustic goodness. That's fun. Number 2 on our ancient volcanoes that created U.S. landmarks list is the Mount Mazama. Now, Mount Mazama is in Oregon, home of the ducks, the Donald Ducks. 7,700 years ago, this volcano collapsed into a violent eruption. Skablooey! And it created Crater Lake, which is the deepest lake in the United States, by the by. The lake's startling blue hue and caldera walls remain a testament to Mount Mazama's explosive past. So, Crater Lake, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. That old breakup was BS. Oh, it was all staged, Dennis. We know. We know better. And by the way, I've got some great old Tenacious D live shit that they were funny, like just is a small club thing, like way back in the just getting on the HBO specials day. 25 years ago, whenever it was, we used to catch the air, early TD. But they sang Spider-Man, and they had it acted out on stage, and they're just singing about it and about his friend and his tidy whities that was doing it, and it was just terrible. So good. Loved it. Number 3 on the list, the San Francisco Peaks. Now, these are in Arizona. Don't be fooled. Once a towering stratovolcano. Ahoy! This collapsed giant now forms the San Francisco Peaks, which is home to Arizona's highest point, Humphreys Peak. Humphreys Peak looms over Flagstaff, provides lush trails and ski slopes today, but it was once a towering stratovolcano. Bluey! Now you got Flagstaff. Cool. It's when you drink bad Mountain Dew. Yep. It happens. Mount Mazama's revenge. God dang it. Chad's got him on a freaking tee today. Just over the fence. Number 4, the Valles Caldera. It's in New Mexico. It's a massive eruption 1.25 million years ago. So we don't have any video. It created this 13.7 mile wide caldera in the Jemez Mountains. Today, it's got a grassy basin surrounding peaks that attracts geologists and filmmakers and curious hikers alike. It's our very own little New Zealand. Valles Caldera in New Mexico. Number 5 in the midst of the list is Mount Rainier's ancestors. Now, Mount Rainier, exists today, dominates the skyline in Washington state. But before Mount Rainier came of being, older volcanoes like Mount Pleasant helped shape the Cascade Mountains. Lava, glacial activity from the past eruptions laid the foundation for Washington's rugged beauty. So, if you like it, make sure you thank Mount Pleasant. Passed away millions of years ago. We miss you. The Long Valley caldera is in California. This supervolcano is near Mammoth Lakes and exploded about 760,000 years ago. The eruption sculpted the whole entire eastern Sierra landscape that left behind this massive caldera that now is dotted with hot springs and funky rock formations. Long Valley Caldera in California. Worth a trip, especially if you're a geology nerd. Really, Darren, you like rocks? So many rocks. We're not even going down that road. What time is it? Oh, shit, it's 8:31. We got to go. Sutter Buttes in California, known as the smallest mountain range in the world. I've obviously never been to Benton. This cluster of volcanic domes stands in stark contrast with the flat Sacramento Valley. The Buttes are the eroded remnants of a once active volcano over 1.5 million years ago. Those buttes, those remnants, kind of like Devil's Tower. You ever been to Devil's Tower? I've been to Devil's Tower. It's the volcanic columns that were left after the volcano eroded away. Mount Taylor in New Mexico rises high above the desert and is an extinct stratovolcano, sacred volcano to several Native American tribes. Mount Taylor, I'm sure that's not what they call it. Mount Taylor's ancient lava flows helped to shape the mesas and plateaus of northeastern New Mexico. Mount Tilson in Oregon is nicknamed the lightning rod of the Cascades. It's a very sharply eroded peak. That's what's left of this now long dead volcano. The jagged summit, needle-like shape makes it a climber's dream and a photographer's delight. I'll just look it up on the internet. I'm not climbing any mountains. I'm not climbing mountains. I don't like heights. I like hiking, and I like climbing up stuff that's not sheer cliffs 800 feet up in the air, like Half Moon Dome and then people who free climb that shit. You're nuts. You're nuts, dude. You're nuts. Our number 10 on the list takes us to Hawaii, specifically Maui, Haleakala. Though technically dormant, this massive shield volcano helped form more than 75% of the island of Maui. The summit crater, shaped by erosion and ancient eruptions, is a surreal moonscape drawing stargazers and sunrise chasers from around the world. Go to Maui. Climb up Haleakala. Shit. Go ask Moana. She knows how to pronounce it. Volcanoes, cool. I could ride my one wheel up there. That'd be fun. I don't think so. But, I did debate yesterday as Carrie and I were walking the trails. I'd been thinking about taking the one wheel out there. No, those are like 30, 40-degree slopes in some of those spots. No way on gravel the one wheel's not nosediving on that shit. Not carrying me up that hill. So it's a little too steep of a trail. But we did have a good time yesterday. Yeah, look at this little baby flamingo. Hasn't even had any shellfish. Not even turned pink yet. In case you didn't know, flamingos are not naturally pink. It comes from the things they eat. You ever eaten so much of something you changed color? I did when I was a baby. I got carrotitis, or whatever it's called. But I was eating too many sweet potatoes and carrots and stuff. It turned me orange. My skin turned orange. Not jaundice. It was like orange. It looked like a little cracker, carrot cracker. It got better. Holla back. Oh, yeah, go up like the yodeling game. Yeah. I love that. When I worked at Element 74, we had a yodeling game guy that I made for us to track our stuff with our work stuff. Yodeling guy makes a good standard measure. He walked a ruler up a mountain. It was a price ruler, but a ruler nonetheless that had demarcations. It's important. Science. Good morning, Rich. How are things at Armstrong Outdoors in beautiful Fruitland, Missouri? By God, we got a few days of good weather. Seems like a fine time to have an outdoor adventure. And where would I go for my outdoor adventure needs? Maybe go to Armstrong Outdoors. You should dump Jeremy and buy my morning show instead. 601. 601. But that's why flamingos are pink. That's right, Dennis. They eat the shellfish. And they share them. They're not shellfish. Newsweek magazine. We're warm and fuzzy time, by the way. That's the penguin. I mean the flamingo. Shit. Wrong continent. Newsweek magazine says a pit bull named Harley has found her forever home. That's awesome. Her new owner, Harley's new owner that fell in love with this doggo, drove over 400 miles to come pick Harley up. Harley was at a Palm Beach, Florida rescue. Said, I want this dog. I'm driving to Palm Beach and adopting the dog. Maybe spent a couple days down there, see the sights. But pit bulls like Harley often have a hard time getting adopted. They face challenges because of stereotypes about pit bulls, which is fucking stupid. Because a dog is a dog until a dog is trained the wrong way. Just like a kid is a kid until the kid goes feral because his parents suck. If you're a shitty dog parent, you're going to have a shitty dog. Pit bulls are not intuitively aggressive, evil, aggressive dogs. Stop thinking that. Shame on you. Love a pit. Dina knows. Dad gifts daughter with a $2 million lotto winner. Holy crap. I'm going to say right off the bat before I even read this story, if I give my daughter someday, if I give her a $2 million lottery ticket, you better take care of Dad. United Press International says a Georgia woman recently won a $2 million lottery jackpot from a ticket that was given to her by her father. Vanessa Acosta was thrilled with the surprise. She said she plans to use the money to buy a house and pay for college. Not a mention of helping her dad out in the warm and fuzzy. Not a mention. I think, because it's warm and fuzzy, that's implied. She's absolutely glad to help her dad. So that's good. Good on her. We knew she was going to do the right thing. And your final warm and fuzzy. Like you need more things to do. Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. You're not stretched thin enough. Speaking of thin, you're looking good, brother. Our last warm and fuzzy comes to us from Cleveland, Ohio. Home of the former Indians, no longer the Indians. What do they call them now? The Cleveland Shock Tops or something? I don't remember what it's called. I don't care about their baseball team. They can't have the Wild thing. WBTV says a Cleveland native named Danielle Jackson was recently reunited with her dog, Queenie. That's the dog. 6 years ago, Queenie disappeared, ran off right before Jackson was planning to move to Georgia. Queenie was stressed. Queenie bolted. Damn. She still had to move to Georgia. She was heartbroken. I got to leave this dog. I don't know what happened to my dog. And she moved to Georgia. 6 years later, last week, Danielle Jackson got a call from Cleveland Animal Control saying, hey, we found your dog, Queenie. A shelter volunteer who also is a pilot, how cool is that, flew Queenie down to Georgia. Said, well, I got to get some hours in anyway. Come on. Queenie jumped in the plane. They flew to freaking Georgia. Miss Jackson, not sorry, was happily reunited with her puppers, and they posted pictures online. Queenie appears to be smiling in the pictures, and of course she is. Reunited, and it feels so good. Hooray! That's your warm and fuzzies. Guardians, thank you. Alicia, you're an encyclopedia of everything, really. If I had money, I'd hire you to just be my resource. You're just there. You're present and omnipotent. I know, omniscient. See? I'm not smart enough. Hey, happy warm and fuzzy Monday, okay? I hope you guys have a great day. We're gonna dig in on Monday. I got some obvious work. It's just job stuff to do today, but looking forward to some sunlight around the heartland, maybe dry things up a little bit. My garden is growing well. We got pumpkins going. Freaking blooms as big as your face. Yes, master of none, right? And my tomatoes, I got cucumbers coming in. Holy shnikes. I harvested gooseberries last week. I had a half a quart. I was so proud of myself. I do not have any of them anymore, for I ate them all. Be beautiful. Have a great Monday. Have a great start to your week. If you're like Bethy and you get hit on by people today, tell them you're married. And if they continue to hit on you, tell them to go away or I will punch you in the balls. Or Jake will. Love you guys. Be nice humans. In the immortal words of Mickey Sharp,